Guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. I'm really pleased you came back to see me. So today, I'm really pleased to be able to bring you another Baltany. To Baltany or not to Baltany is what I said in my thumbnail. And this company has really started to really kick on. They are pretty much now the new kings of AliExpress. Debatable, but they're up there. They're doing some fantastic watches, some affordable pieces, some more expensive pieces. And what you do tend to get with Baltany is excellent finishing, absolutely amazing finishing. The watches that I've had from them oftentimes belies the price in terms of what you're getting. So I hope this continues in this vein. You'll see this is a homage of a more well-known watch. Tends to be the case of AliExpress watches, but the finishing really is what sets this apart. Is it going to be as good as the pictures? I've got the sort of two-tone one. There's a few others to choose from. I will leave a link in the description. There's a couple of links to take you to the Baltany store, because they've got their own website, plus I'll leave a link taking you to the AliExpress store. Obviously use whichever works better for you price wise, but this looks a cracker for the price. You're talking about £100, and it's got some really good, it's got sapphire crystal, Seiko movement. The dial looks great, loom looks like it could be immense, but is it all that? I guess there's no time like the present to find out. So I guess now we'll get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys, so this is the watch. This seems to be the sort of packaging and Baltany send it out in. Nice to have a travel case, to be honest. I do kind of prefer that sort of option, just because it's something you can keep using rather than just having boxes lying around the house. But there you go. Nice packaging, pretty hard, keep it safe in transit. And inside, your inner foam on the top and bottom. There's the watch. This was another bit of kit that it came in, just inside. You got an instruction manual, you got a cleaning cloth, you got a tool to sort of help if you want to sort of change the brace, the strap out and stuff, and also signed. I think for the sort of prices these watches go for, and the sort of standard of watches that Baltany are producing now, that is a nice touch. So well done, Baltany. But that's the stuff. And also, I'm not going to lie, these cleaning cloths they send out, I've had them in a couple of watches now, and I really like them. They're really nice to use. They actually do the job they're supposed to. But this is the watch. Really pretty thing. Lots to like. And another reason as to why Baltany are becoming so popular, to be honest, because they are producing some cracking watches at this point. But this is the model number for this S184012B. The B refers to the sort of guilty versions. I'll bring the other one up now, and also you can get a couple that are not. I'll also bring them up also. So there you are. So, but this is the one that they've sent me. You'd have seen the include pays promotion at the start. They did send it for free, but that won't make no difference to me whatsoever. But I must say this is the one that I would have chose. So I lucked out, to be honest. Inside it's running a Seiko VD78 movement. I'll bring some information up about that movement now. Yeah, like I say, you can't really go wrong with these movements. A lot of these sort of micro brands and stuff now, they are using Miyota movements. They are using Seiko movements. Oftentimes because of the reliability. Some of them are quite inexpensive, but they do. It just gives you the reliability, to be honest. So yeah, you'll see 3-year battery and stuff. So yeah, nice and easy. There we are. The construction of the watch. You've got obviously a leather strap, but the actual head of the watch itself is stainless steel. You'll see high polished case back, which is a little bit of a shame. They've already got micro scratches and that's from me wearing it. Not as much as I want it enough to review. The case back is obviously brushed. You've got polished at the sides and brushed on the top also. But the transitions from those surfaces, guys, is done really, really well. So yeah, Baltany do have this nice attention to detail and finishing. It's the third watch that I've reviewed from them, and I must say that's what they're doing. So yeah, 316L stainless steel, mixture of brushing and polishing. The crown is also 316L stainless steel, as is the bezel and the pin buckle clasp, but they have got a coating on there, so they're gold, because obviously it's a two-tone style watch. But there we go. The case thickness of the watch is 12.2 millimeters. The case diameter, I measure from the 8 to the 2 position. Ordinarily, it was coming at 36.1 millimeters, and when you go from 9 to the 3, including that crown, it was coming at 38.9 millimeters. You'll also see there is a gap there. I'm really not sure what that gap is for, so it doesn't sit very flush to the watch, which is a bit of a shame. But we'll cover that in a bit. The lug width on this is 18, and the lug to lug, tip to tip, is 43.9 millimeters. So really compact. And because of the size, I've said many times, because of this size being what it is, I do think this is a very much unisex watch that will look good on male, female, children, which even, because I do think is that sort of size watch. So there we go. The case back I've already showed you is a screw down case back. You'll need to get a certain tool that sort of clips on and it fits into the nodules and twist it, and it will twist off. High polish, as I've said, but sterile otherwise. And yeah, high polish like this, excuse me, is not my favorite. I will say that, because they just mark up so easy. You'll see that little micro scratches. Obviously the hairs on my arms must be pretty coarse for that to happen, but there we are. The bezel is a high polished gold bezel. Crown is situated at the 3 o'clock position. It is a screw down crown, and we'll talk about that stuff in a few moments when we look at the dial and stuff. The strap is nice actually, leather strap, really nice and thick. You can see a little bit where it's been sealed at the sides. Also signed with Baltany and genuine leather. It'd be nice to have quick release pins, but it doesn't. But there we go. The clasp is sterile, also gold, in keeping with the rest of the watch. And the crystal covering the dial, as you'll see, it's very pronounced as well. Crystal, it is sapphire crystal, which is nice to see. So there we are. That's the crystal, guys. The water resistance is cited as being 100 meters, so that would give you 10 atmospheres of water resistance, and the weight will appear just in the top right. Is 58.5 grams. So yeah, good size, really good weight given the proportions. But let's have a look at the dial now, guys, in just a bit more detail. So you've got a minute track going around the outer edge. Nothing's been applied on there, guys. Everything's been printed on. You've got numerals at every even number, so 2, 4, excluding the 6 for the sub dial, 8, 10, 12. Buttons everywhere else. You've got the sub dial down at the 6 o'clock position, as I've already mentioned. You've got Baltany printed onto the dial in black script writing just below the 12 o'clock position. You've got sort of yellowy, guilty sort of buttons and Arabics, and then you've also got the hands, and the hands that are also the same sort of color, which is cool because they've kept it in keeping with the sort of two-tone style of the watch. You'll see when I took the crown out, it does hack. You put it back in, it will start back up again at that sub dial at the 6. Nice sort of silvery dial with the contrast of the gold. Really nice, to be honest. That's really in keeping with the rest of the watch. So I like that sort of continuity, and it does look really, really pretty. Also the loom, I'll bring that up now. The loom on this was actually really, really good. For a dressy watch, it's actually outstanding, to be honest. I can't make any bones about it. I wasn't expecting it to be up there. This is better than some dive watches that I've had in. So yeah, fair play to Baltany at this point. So yeah, as I said, VD78 movement inside. As I say, pull the crown out to the first, like there's only one position, guys. So once you unscrew it, pull it out, it will hack. You put it back in, it will start back up again. As I say, you screw it in, and you'll see, I think maybe up to the camera, you'll see with the crown, there's like a little flange just in there. So as you screw it up, it doesn't actually go as close to the case as I think it probably should, which is a bit of a shame. But there we are. So yeah, that's the movement, guys. That's the dial. That's the everything going on there. Let me just pop it on the wrist quickly, give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. Okay, so this is what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is just above a 7-inch wrist for your reference, and I think that looks really, really nice. Not too small, and like you said, the strap is going to fit multitude of wrist sizes. You can see how many holes are left to go smaller and bigger even. But yeah, that's the watch, guys, and I think we'll agree it's a very pretty thing. And as I said in the a bit earlier in the video, this would have been the one that I would have chosen had I had the choice. So yeah, I think this is really, really nice. But there we are. Let me just pop it, take it off the wrist. And now that will take me on to what I think is pants and Pukka about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you know, always start with pants. I like to go on a high with Pukka. So what I think is pants is not a great deal, guys. I do think this offers a lot really for the price. Sort of coming around £100, and I think what you're getting, I know people can say it's a quartz piece, but the watch finishing and stuff. But anyway, what I think is pants. The polished case back, not a fan, just because it scratches up so quick, and then you've got a watch that you really love and appreciate, and you've got all these scratches on it, which is a bit demoralizing really. So the polished case back, and yeah, you've guessed it, the gap in where the crown is, the crown gap. I don't understand that. I don't know why that needs to be like that. It needs to be a bit flusher to the case really. There doesn't need to be that sort of maybe 2 mil gap in between. So the two things I'd mention is the polished case back and the crown gap. What I think is Pukka, Yeah, you guessed it, sapphire crystal. I like the bit of domage on that sapphire crystal. Really cool. The dial itself, yeah, really nice silver dial. Lots to like about there. I do like the gold accents as well. They've obviously put quite a bit of AR coating on there as well, which also helps with the legibility. The loom, yeah, you'd have seen the loom is outstanding, guys. It would have been great on a diver, let alone a dress watch. The leather strap is super comfortable. That does tend to be the theme. All three watches now that I've had from Baltany have had leather straps, and all three of them have been super comfy. So there we go. The finishing, in terms of, like I said, the brushing on top of the lugs and the bottom of the lugs transitioning to the polished surface, is done really, really well. Very, very sharp. So yeah, there we go. And the price, I know it's £100, but I think when you consider the specs you're getting, the finishing, and the general way it looks, I think the price is definitely to be applauded as well. I know the two-tone ones are a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it with this watch. But just to surmise what I think is Pukka, is I'll go with a sapphire crystal, dial, loom, leather strap, finishing, and price. And that would take me on to, would I recommend this watch? And I'd have to say, guys, I have to. I said in my thumbnail, to Baltany or not to Baltany, and I think you certainly need to Baltany. They are becoming the new kings on AliExpress, I would say. They really are doing some amazing stuff. So yeah, fair play, Baltany. This is another step in that direction, and some beautiful, beautiful watches that they do. A couple of others that I'd like to feature in the future, so do keep your eyes open. But yeah, definitely would recommend this watch. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and always watch your time. Take care, guys. All the very best.